Okay, so again, good morning. We'll get together our synchronous activity here, our creative problem-solving activity. So I'll read the introduction and then we'll get everything together here. So for effective team problem solving to occur, it is essential for team members to utilize creativity and critical thinking skills. Unique exercise is designed to provide opportunity for each team member to positively contribute to and engage in a synergistic team problem solving exercise. It challenges them in a creative and critical thinking way. Hopefully each team member will be surprised by the way we're able to successfully work together as a team, problem solve, present to them with an effective oral presentation given the serendipitous nature of the experience and limited time allotment. The first step for each team member to locate two small random items from their surroundings. Then we will share those with each other and use those as visual aids in our team presentation. We'll share with each other the items we chose, no duplications, and then put together a 2-minute total oral presentation that describes at least 3 common problem-solving issues or scenarios facing healthcare professional teams. The guidelines using all of the visual aids in the presentation, and each member having an active role. So, Allison, you said you had objects ready to go.
I do.
We got.
I have a exercise little bouncy ball
Okay.
and scissors.
Right on. Do you have anything, Emily?
I do. I have a bobby pin and nail clippers.
Nice.
I'm going to use my cell phone or just an electronic device and then Post-its.
Boom.
Cool. You can work with those. So we have to come up with a presentation that describes 3 common problem-solving issues or scenarios in healthcare.
And it has to be under 2 minutes.
Well, the total presentation, yeah, as far as that goes. I mean, I don't think that shouldn't be too hard, or at least the hard part will be keeping it under 2 minutes, I think. But so we use all 6 items together in the 2 minutes, and why don't we start with 3 problems or issues or scenarios as far as problem solving goes. And do you guys have any ideas on that, or where to start?
I guess communication. Someone's having a miscommunication about something.
Okay. That's easy enough. Yeah. Oh my. So, any sort of specific scenario on that do you think we'll need, or just like a person-to-person communication, interdepartmental kind of communication?
I think either would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
Figure out the other ones we'll be able to like.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, communication.
I don't know like the way to word that, but like the like division of tasks. Like who's gonna do what, or like assigning patients. I know can be sometimes a lovely.
Okay. So like task delegation kind of thing.
That sounds a lot better than.
There you go.
Um.
Another thing I'm thinking of is like maybe somebody who's higher up is having, or someone who's lower down is thinking that they have more power than they should be allotted. I don't know. That's all that's stuck in my head right now.
The background story to that one. Um, so like
The
sort of like
nurse thinks
defining
she
defining
has more
roles.
power than the DON or something.
Okay, so like. mm,
We don't have to use it. That was just an idea that I
No,
had.
I mean it's a good idea. We had plenty of time to figure this stuff out, and if we come up with more, it's just supposed to be at least three. So if we put a bunch together and figure out what's going to work best for us, that's cool. So you're talking like defining roles or defining
Yeah.
something like that. Okay. Um, well, I'm just pulling a big blank on this one. I can't really.
I don't know if you guys ever experienced this problem, but like people not wanting to work together and just being very like individualistic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Kind of trying to
Teamwork.
get people together as a team. Yeah, teamwork. Um, well, that's always a big problem. As far as the more people you get together, the more difficult it is to get them to work together as a group. Sometimes I've seen.
And so then are we supposed to be using our items as a way to solve these issues?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where it's not exactly clear as far as how we use the visual aids as visual aids if they're part of the problem solving. And I don't know if that's intentional, as we're supposed to kind of come up with something to make it fit or what. But it, from what I've seen, it doesn't really say exactly
Right.
um, do so.
Maybe that's the part that we're
I mean,
creative on.
yeah, and that's fine, but I mean that's easy enough that we can use those objects to help solve that problem. It works by me if we do that.
You could probably use it as both, and like you have your cell phone, and so for the like teamwork part, we could have issues with people being on their cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
Although, are we supposed to be making a play?
I don't. I don't think it's like a skit or anything like that. It's like a. At least I hope not. Um, let's see, write down the items again here. It doesn't necessarily have to be cell phone. It can be just any sort of um, communication device or like an electronic resource. Whether or not it's like some clinics and stuff have gone to more like a PDA or their charting system and their order systems and those sorts of things. Um, I use my phone at work a lot for like med lookups and lab value stuff and all that sort of thing that we don't have on our computer charting systems. But, we do like crisis management a lot of times. Sometimes is an issue. Or do we just want to go with the ones we got here? So far, I wrote down just communication, task delegation, role definition, and teamwork.
That works.
Just want to go with those. And let's see, the cell phone posted. bobby pin. What was the other one, Emily? The
Nail
scissors? Or
clippers.
no, that was that. I'm sorry?
Nail clippers. I
Nail
have
clip.
30 other items near me if we need to change it. But
Allison had scissors. Um,
Scissors and a ball.
oh, the exercise ball.
And you had a phone and a what? A piece of paper?
Post-it.
Post-it pad. I'm actually at my father-in-law's house visiting on the weekends. I don't have my normal stuff around me.
Okay, so for communication, we could use your phone and Post-it to critically solve whatever our problem is.
Yeah, I think the Post-its go well with the communication part. I mean, that's easy enough, pretty straightforward. Whereas maybe we can use the Post-its too for like teamwork, encouraging like team building stuff, words of encouragement.
For teamwork, we could use the ball as like make a game or something that'll make everybody feel
Like a team building exercise.
yep. There you go.
And really, like any of the items you could use, like for communication, to like if you feel like the problem is nobody can get a word in, like to pass around and be like the talking.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And not so literal. The scissors or nail clippers could be used to clip away at the problem.
No!
Don't judge me.
I like that. Yeah, I was thinking like the cell phone or whatever is just like a resource as far as just getting the right info for things or like ideas or frameworks, those sorts of things. But well, I think mm, so with communication, we were thinking like the post-its and those electronic devices. What do you want to use for the talking stick or whatever? We'll pass it around for. Where do we want to put that in?
Do we have to use all 6 for each 3 categories? For each
I don't know. Doesn't really say.
I guess I don't really get that out of it. I
It
think
just says that all chosen items must be utilized as visual aids in the presentation. It doesn't say how many times. It
Yeah.
doesn't say order. It doesn't say about how they're to be used. Just that they.
So for communication, I said, oh, Post-its definitely.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think we have to get too terribly carried away either. Just say a little bit about post-its, like putting notes on people's lockers or in private space if you have to, mention something to them or team assignments or whatever. like where I work, if you like when we do callbacks for follow-ups after somebody's discharge, we always ask if there's some person who deserves special mention or something like that for doing a good job going above and beyond. Then the supervisor takes, it's not exactly a post, but it's a little note, calls it a drop for your bucket. So it's like a little raindrop, and it says like what they said and that you did a good job, and they just put it on your locker so that you can see it and everybody else can kind of see it together. Mention like be like a team building sort of thing.
We use Post-its with our providers all the time. Like they have a little space where they sit when they're on our unit.
Mm-hmm.
Since they're like never actually there for us to talk to, like we just like they have stacks of Post-its that we just write. Like we need this patient or we need you to do this.
Yeah, we do that too for like discharge planners and case managers and stuff. As far as like if you come across something at 11 o'clock at night, you're obviously not going to call them or anything. So where they sort of get their stuff together before they go on rounds, we'll leave Post-its. Okay. Cell phone can include like email, things like that. As far as more private, personal type communications that aren't in face-to-face setting. And we use Mercy's got their own sort of Outlook email that they use to kind of communicate with all staff as far as, say radiology isn't going to be there here on this day, or you've got these sort of CEUs due or in-service type stuff due this point in time, all that kind of stuff. Well, like we kind of gone over the communication part pretty well.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to maybe task delegation and kind of sort some stuff out there.
Let's see. Maybe if there's like an extra task for the day, you could like pass the nail clippers around to somebody, and whoever has the nail clippers gets the extra task or something.
Or maybe like the bobby pin, have bobby pin be like a painted on the bottom, one of them, and have a drawn short straw kind of thing.
There you go.
So there goes.
I wish we could like delegate who gets the next admission by that. Just draw the short straw.
Yeah, if you got like even assignments and everything to start the day.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good example. The inevitable next admission. Emergency room can't keep them patients themselves. They always got to share.
So do you guys want to use the bobby pin?
That's just kind of what we're tossing around as far as that, the drawn short straw. That's
Right.
Hmm.
You could use the scissors to cut out, like if you write all of the tasks on a piece of paper, you could use the scissors and cut out like a task and give it to somebody.
Yeah. As far as like randomly assigning stuff, like drawing out of a bowl sort of thing,
Right.
put them. Okay.
Cut up a piece of paper that has all the tasks on it. Or whoever got nail clippers for the day was responsible for um, nail care and stuff for all the patients.
Just kind of use it as like a symbol sort of thing. Like if it shows up on your desk area or something like that, then you know.
Right.
Yeah. And you could really do that with like any of the things, like
Yeah.
the bobby pin,
Yeah.
like washing people's hair, and scissors could be like wound care or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then so we've also got we listed teamwork and team building issues, and then that role definition issue too for those. So we have communication and then like delegation and
I think if
task
we do
assignment.
teamwork, that would cover everything. Because all we have left to use is the exercise ball. And you could use that
Yeah.
for playing a game. For
Yeah.
That works.
So just go with teamwork. Yeah, that works. Cool.
what was the words you did you say team building exercise? Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah, just like teamwork or team building, getting people to work together as a group and not as individuals. But yeah, communication and then the delegation and then the teamwork part of it.
For the teamwork, we could use the post-its again, like for leaving good notes for everybody to pass around good vibes around the workplace.
Okay.
Unless you just want to use the exercise ball. I
Oh,
don't know.
that works. Perfect. Um, And you should also do, like, along with the ball idea with the team building stuff, um, with the phone or whatever, as far as, you know, playing games and those sorts of things together as more of a personal time thing, I suppose. Kind of quiz up and words with friends and those sorts of things. But I don't think that's more of a little more personal thing than professional. No, I think we have enough to put together a 2 minute, no more than 2 minutes presentation, I guess. Agreed?
Agreed.
So, now we got all that stuff done. It recommends a practice run through as far as that goes. I guess we should sort of figure out who's going to say what. I don't know if we just see, since we've got 3 people, 3 categories, or 3 problems, what have you. You just pick one from the communication or whichever one, and come up with some stuff to say about it and how we're going to use the items. We're going to do that real quick, and then we'll do a dry run if you want, or just wing it and see how it goes and see if we want to use that. This is all recorded anyway, so it's not like we're going to make a separate recording to submit. So.
Should we all like introduce ourselves and what items we have? Just so that way when you get started you know what items everybody has. Or the listener.
That's right.
And then so when, like, say you picked communication and you say what we're using, should the person who has the item like hold the item up?
Yeah, I think because they're all supposed to be clearly visible during the presentation. Yeah. So if someone starts talking about it, whenever you sort of move or do whatever, it flicks back and forth between the cameras and all that. So, I guess I don't know when Professor views this, if he can see all 3 of us on there at once, or if it's when I talk it goes to my screen, and when you guys do it, it goes to you. Either way, so we just want to. Okay, how did we do this order last time? Well, it was Allison, me, and Emily as far as the order that we had to present and talk.
I think I was last.
You were last, so you went first, Emily? Okay. So I can go first this time. I guess it doesn't really matter. Do either of you guys have a preference as far as what you want to talk about out of the 3 topics, or no?
I'll do whichever one.
Okay.
Allison's preference, or
I have no preference.
Okay, so I can do communication. Emily, you can do task delegation, and Allison, if you want to do the teamwork one.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
So are you going to make up a story about communication, or just say communication has been a problem?
I just think I'll say, communication can be an issue that's presented in the workplace. Maybe give an example as far as just communicating, like in-service hours, or a change in policy, or those kinds of things, or a reminder to go back and do some sort of charting, and just say how you can use the Post-its or use the electronic devices, email, what have you, to sort of fix that problem. Is that kind of what you guys were thinking, or do you want to?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think if we do anything more than that, we're going to run pretty long. It's not going to take long. It's 45 seconds a piece, essentially.
Yeah.
for each thing, so it's not.
That's about what I was thinking.
Yep. Okay, so. I'm just kind of writing a little outline of the things I'm going to cover just so I can follow it here in a minute or two. Make up your mind.
I'm ready when you guys are.
Me too.
Okay. Okay, so as a group, we decided to discuss communication, task delegation, and teamwork as problems and issues that arise team-wise in the professional atmosphere. For communication, for example, as a problem, speaking between departments, such as radiology being unavailable for a certain period of time, or the on-call schedule, those sorts of things. We have chosen 2 items to help direct the flow of communication. An electronic device such as a personal cell phone or anything that can contain email type functions, communicating between departments, those changes, those things to be aware of, and also post-its, which can be placed anywhere throughout the professional space, letting individuals know things that might be coming up as far as in-service hours or personal communications, things that need to be addressed, simple things to kind of give a heads up to people that they need to be taken care of.
Nobody wants to be the one to have to delegate extra tasks to the team, but somebody's got to do it. So you can use a bobby pin that's got a end on it, kind of like drawing the short straw. You just are drawing for the colored bobby pin. Or you could use a pair of scissors to cut out the different tasks and have your team members draw from a hat what task they're going to be doing for the day. Or you can use an item like nail clippers to symbolize who has to do the task, like nail clippers for nail care.
A lot of times when there's a lot of people working together, everyone wants to work individually. So you could use a ball to play a game like kickball or volleyball, and that'll help create a team building experience. Or you could also use Post-its and leave notes everywhere to create a positive working environment.
That's about it.
For task delegation, you could use scissors to let people know that they are on wound care duty for the day.
Did anybody happen to see how long that was? I think that was about 2 minutes. Felt like about 8 minutes.
I will be right back, guys. Sorry.
No worries.
I think that worked. We all got our items in, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see. Go back and see if there's like a rubric for. Not nearly as prepared for this one as before. Oh, I just got a message from Mercy about the Turnitin thing, like for
Coming up with a rubric or anything.
that. I don't know if there's a video issue here. I didn't catch what you just said. It broke up really bad.
I think my computer got muted or something.
Yeah. It just sounded really distorted.
Could you hear what I said?
Well, I could hear you saying something. It just.
I was wondering if you came up with a rubric. I don't think I was hearing what you guys were saying either.
No, I did not find any kind of rubric or anything. I looked through the grade book. I don't even see anything as far as the video itself either. So. That's kind of hard to say. Our discussion or a little presentation thing worked fine by me if it was good enough.
Yeah.
Here you go. You just use that.
Perfect.
So then I guess we got to kind of go through and do our own little group analysis discussion that we do with the other ones as far as our individual reactions to the experience, thoughts and feelings stimulated by the experience, and how well each of us responded creatively in a critical thinking way.
I think we all did a good job of coming up with different items for the different
ways to use our items.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Any thoughts or feelings stimulated by the experience? How well we responded.
I mean, I think
No. Go ahead.
how we were kind of stuck at the beginning, we did a pretty good job of like, figuring out what we needed to do with the items and how to make it work.
Yeah, that's a good point. That we kind of filled in the blanks of the assignment and came to our own little conclusions to what we felt like we needed to do. And we worked well together as far as, yeah, the individual items and coming up with quite unique ways of using completely random objects. Like you wouldn't think something, you were presented with a problem at work using a bobby pin or nail clippers or something like that to solve a problem up at the nursing desk. But really good job coming up with ways to use them. I guess that's kind of a sort of a stimulated thought, I guess, that you don't have to have an object for a task to solve a problem. You can be resourceful and just come up with a solution regardless of what you have. And positive or negative synergy group-wise. We all work pretty well together as far as coming up with the solutions and those sorts of things. I haven't noticed anything as far as synergy-wise between the three of us not getting along or anything like that.
Positive experiences. Okay.
What was that? You guys have any thoughts on that? As far as group dynamic, I guess that's what it's looking for.
I think we all get along quite swell.
Yeah.
Working as a group, we're helping each other come up with different ways to use our different items and how they could work.
Well, it seems we're all pretty receptive to ideas too.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people sometimes they're like, "Oh, that's not my idea. That's dumb."
Yeah.
Fine. And how are team's confidence, problem-solving, presentation skills developed?
I think we got more confident about what we were supposed to be doing as we went through it.
Yeah.
And I think along this one and the previous stuff we've done as far as just confidence in speaking together, just individually, the three of us, because it's not so new. We've done it before and just a little more comfortable as far as speaking and doing this sort of stuff. Okay. Well, and then we had obviously talked about figuring out the stuff for a group name and all that, which maybe we'll have to figure out tomorrow, since we don't really know what we're kind of getting after here. For the record, as far as name goes and that sort of thing, I don't have any real input or indifference to name. I don't think that. Let's choose that.
So are you guys is someone gonna ask him? Send
Yeah,
him an
I'll send them an email
And just
and
like
see
copy
if
us
there's.
on it.
Yeah, if you just want me to CC you guys in the conversation, that way you can keep up with it. You don't have to wait for me to.
So it might be easiest for you that way you don't have to wait for his response, and that way you
Yeah.
can just.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm right now. I'm kind of going back to the beginning to see if there's anything as far as the final project.
The only thing I could think of would be like in the syllabus, looking ahead.
Yeah, and that's I'm going with the table of contents here and see. Sometimes they've got like some notes as far as all of my classes or most of my classes that I've taken this semester have a folder with a big final project for like an insight to what's going to be expected. Okay, yeah, there is. There's
Is
some
it
project presentation guidelines there. We have 15 to 18-minute presentation in week 14 dealing with some specific issue or implication for competent healthcare practice today, in line with team type and purpose. For each team project topic must be approved. Presentations link use be organized by a PowerPoint presentation that will be submitted post to the professor. Each group member must participate. They also have to collaboratively compose a paper, 3 to 4 pages.
where are you finding this at?
If you go to on the small group or the Helios, and
Yeah.
then under the table of contents,
Uh-huh.
and then the important outline course documents folder, and then there's group project information folder.
Oh yeah.
Got it?
There. I see. Which one of those is it?
Right now I'm looking at the team project presentation guidelines.
Okay.
That's just the first one I've clicked on and looking at. It doesn't really.
The
Basically,
other one,
go ahead.
I was just kind of looking through the other ones, and I was trying to find what you were reading off of, and like the second one looks like something that we're supposed to like fill in, like just to kind of help us like guide our way, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the other two didn't really give much information.
Yeah, this is just kind of a guideline of what it is as far as PowerPoint and paper and that sort of thing. You're looking at the template.
Yeah. We have to write a draft or a team paper too. Did you guys see that?
As far as this week?
Page.
No. For week 14,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, I don't have the time to write another paper.
Alright.
Oh, I had a heart attack.
No, for week 14, sorry.
Yeah, there's a PowerPoint part of it. I was just looking at PowerPoint and a paper. And
There's a PowerPoint?
yep.
Oh, yep, I see it.
So
Like,
50% is a group oral presentation, so kind of like what we just did. Then 25% is the written project, and 25% is the peer evaluation. What exactly that is, I don't know. But I'm guessing the oral presentation, yeah, we kind of narrate along with PowerPoint. I'm assuming something like that.
yeah.
So that's not too big of a deal. So take the issue topic that your group has chosen to analyze. So Develop the logic of your project, focusing on the 8 universal elements of reasoning. Is that something we've covered in the textbook? um, Crickets.
There's just been a lot of stuff covered.
Yes, there has.
Oh, I just realized I'm running out of juice on my computer. I have to go get my charger.
Okay, that's fine.
Did I miss anything?
Oh no. So the only thing I'm really seeing as far as that goes is that it's some healthcare related problem or question type thing that we want to try and find an answer to, essentially. Just a topic or issue that our group's chosen to analyze for the project.
Okay, so do we want to pick an issue right now?
We can at least put some out on the table and
Yeah.
do it.
You're supposed to. I think that's what he means by topic. Wouldn't you guess?
Yeah, I would
Like,
assume.
okay, we can have our. What do you guys want our team name to be?
Group 4.
We could be May, M-A-E. Kind of girly though.
I'm really not bothered by that.
Earlier, I was thinking Mally. I was thinking about Grey's Anatomy from Georgia Mally.
Oh.
But I think I like Mally better.
The Team Awesome Sauce.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that is us.
We can go with that. I'm good with that.
Me
Awesome
too.
Sauce?
Yep.
Right on. Perfect. Deal. Um,
I guess I don't get the type of
Me
group.
either. And that's what I'm trying to find like the logic too to see what that.
That's in like chapter 1, I think.
Learning task support.
Helps if I'm looking in the right book too. I'm looking in my community health book. No wonder I can't find what I'm looking for.
Nope.
Nope, not gonna be there. Okay. When I minimize and that kind of stuff, you guys still see me flip around to other pages.
I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna open up my Kindle app so I can get my book open.
Those definitions are right now.
You found it?
So, for types of groups, what were our choices again? Learning, organizational.
There was learning, task, support. Those were just examples.
Okay. Well, a learning group is a secondary group whose members meet to understand and learn about a particular topic.
Okay. That kind of seems to fit the purpose of the assignment here. But what else were other choices?
I'm not finding, but if I remember right, task was like you're put together specifically like for a task, and then you disband like after you've accomplished that task.
Okay, so I think that
Support is like, think of like AA. That would be like a support group.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we fit under learning or task pretty well.
yeah, I'd say we could go with a learning group because essentially that's like your research and
Right.
that sort of thing, right?
Yeah. And as a we fall like right between kind of primary and secondary groups, so and that's where learning groups fall. Not really a committee.
No, we don't really have like a task type thing to do. I mean, because maybe in reference to this one specific assignment at the end, but I mean, we're a group that's been together for more than just one sort of thing here. So.
We aren't completely like self-managed, so
Yeah.
because he's like giving us what to do. I mean, I think learning is like the closest thing.
Yeah.
Are you good with that?
Good with
Going
that.
with as a learning group?
Learning group.
Yeah, that works for me.
Are we all supposed to put this in the Dropbox?
I don't know, because I didn't see anything grade book wise on that either. I think it's just kind of a statement of purpose that you be like, oh, okay, sounds good. But I don't think we're gonna get, if we all submit it, that it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So then is the last thing the topic?
Yeah. It says rules, norms, and topic.
I fill that part up.
Yeah, I don't rules and norms. I don't know.
Okay. So rules are formal, explicit standards of behavior and procedures by which a group operates, and norms are informal, implicit standards of behavior and procedures by which members operate.
Yeah.
I'd say we have more norms than rules. Really
Yeah, I think we just kind of play by social norms and don't be an ass sort of thing and pull your weight. I mean, we don't have any rules as far as, at least right now, as far as the project goes.
Yeah.
Maybe once we get to like sort of delegating responsibilities, it's getting information together. But as of right now, I don't.
I mean, like the big one that I can think of is just like do your stuff on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds like a good one.
Situation.
Be able to fill in the blank there. Just participate in downtime. Yeah, that works. And then topic. That's gonna be the tough one.
There.
Well, some of the things that I've been kind of researching and doing in my other classes is like community health, going over. I'm doing sort of an epidemiology type thing on like overweight and obesity and use of like pop and those sorts of things and how it's causing a problem. Just spitballing here. Doing a C. diff thing. Occupational blood exposure, or like IV starts. There's new IV start kits that control blood loss to get sick. I don't know if any of those pertain to this project. I don't know kind of what the goal is of the project.
So it says dealing with some specific issue for competent healthcare practice. So I think maybe more along like the blood thing that you were just talking about.
Okay. Those are just ideas to kind of get us rolling. That's what I'm thinking of. But is it like like a research thing, where we're supposed to try and come up with ideas, or we're just supposed to explain like present a thing, or?
Because if our team type is learning. Ew, that's
There's also, I mean, since we're all like working towards a BSN, I mean, like the bachelor's versus like associate nurse is like a huge debate right now. And, like,
You mean
one's more like competent.
Kind of how they're phasing out the RN thing. They're requiring. Your guys' video freaking out?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm alright with your letter. Changing the requirement for degree nursing. That way you're kind of getting it.
You were cutting out kind of badly when you said that. I'm sorry. I heard like I'm okay with. And then, like, I don't know if that's like just mine, but like everything you guys are saying is like cutting in and out really bad.
I hear everything.
So you had mentioned
mentioned
BSN requirement for RF.
RF.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think that's what I gathered.
Okay. Sorry.
Is that correct?
Sure.
Just trying to piece it all together.
No, you're fine. I think it's my computer.
No.
Like, it's going crazy.
We can start there. Obviously, we have a lot of figured out or tweak it. As far as submitting for now. That works for me. Or I don't know.
So did we decide, are we all submitting it, or is one of us submitting it into the Dropbox?
I don't know if we decided it. I don't think it would. Must be friends. We all. That way we're all at least covered.
Yeah. Okay, so like, what exactly are you saying for the last part, like BSN prepared?
Well, I was thinking what you had said.
I'm getting nothing. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You had just mentioned the BSN, big topic, and I was just assuming from there what.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But
Well, I think we have enough to fit that drop out.
So do we want to do that at least now? We together figure out that's really what we want. We need to hone it down. It's up to you guys. No, since this is picking out, why don't we just do some email type as far as for it. The topic, maybe presentation on the assignment. Get a better idea what we.
Sounds good to me.
Me too.
So you got our type. Our rules of time.
Yeah. Just need the topic.
Yeah. Okay. Most by me. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Well, hopefully next time we get to freaking out on us again. Well, have a good rest of you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.